It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
With K, the Jet Smith, and the Big Aristotle, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sport. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Miami Heat. Looking at Miami, both these teams excited about the matchup, feeling confident that they can prevail. We will see shortly how those aspirations pan out. And guys, Chris Bosh will be playing in this one. Bosh now one of the older players in the league, but it looks like he'll be able to make an impact for a long time to come.
Yeah, he's always been efficient as a scorer, inside or out. Very smart with the ball and doesn't need a lot of touches to make an impact.
You know, when he was young and he first got into the league, everyone was like, put some weight on him, put some weight on him. And he was like, yeah, I don't know if I need that much weight. He stayed his slim frame, and now he's that same way in his elder part of his career, and he's playing the same way. I think the frame has helped him actually than hindered him.
That does it for now. Kevin Harlan with the call. We will see you later, we hope.
What front?
Mucho gusto, and welcome to Noche Latina on 2K Sports. From the jerseys to the food to the halftime entertainment tonight, a distinctive Latin flavor. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Houston Rockets here at home, and an interconference matchup should be a good one. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, Heat coach Eric Spoelstra has worked his way up from the bottom, and he's still one of the most driven people you'll meet. He said, I hate this quality, but I can go to dark levels when we lose. I'm inconsolable. Then I get this crazy, intense focus, desperate not to be embarrassed again. That dark spot is what I tap into. Creativity comes from there. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. That effort permeates through the entire team. Well, the league going more up-tempo with more three-point shooting. That's not, though, the Miami Heat.
No, they're at the bottom of the league as far as pace and as far as three-point shooting. This team makes its bones at the defensive end of the floor. That's really where they excel.
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Heat, Winslow and Bosh at the forward spots. Dragic is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Whiteside in at the center. And he gets the bucket.
It's clear to me. Is it clear to you that Ariza feels at home in the post? I mean, just working his way inside and nailing these quality shots.
A nice shot by Winslow.
How about that assist? Accurate toss inside for the high percentage look.
Miami on defense. Beverly dishes to Harden. This one for three. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Baseline J on the way. Right wing. Anderson outside. The three. And the three ball is good.
And that's what Beverly does best. A quick passer who distributes the ball incredibly well.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Waiters kicks to Winslow. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Shot from 12. It's not going to go for him. And it's Houston the other way. And it's Capella missing.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Bosh can't get it to go. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Shoots from 12. In the corner, Harden. Goes up on the wing. Goes back up. Here's Capella. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Oh, man, Capella absolutely destroys the opposition on the offensive glass, using that gigantic body of his to snag down second chance opportunity.
And the dunk by Capella.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Whiteside, good.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Has anyone read the scouting report? I mean, that's his game. He's always looking to get quality shots from that area when he can.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And he gets the bucket.
Oh, he's only 1 for 4 to start. He has just not been able to get it going here.
The Heat trail by 5. Now here's Waiters. Bosch, the screen. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Not really nice there. Poor technique on the screen, but savvy scoring move to save that trip down the floor.
The Heat shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
With the teardrop, the rebound by Harden.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
And you know what? That won't show up in the stat sheet, but showing good anticipation. Doesn't get the block, but pretty much had the same effect.
Knocks it loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Ariza, and it's slammed in by Ariza.
Just fantastic movement by Beverly. So effective in clogging passing lanes with his quick hands and anticipation.
And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Dragic. Winslow's got his second bucket. And with the NBA game changing rapidly, Chris, the tactics have to change with it. When you look at all the NBA coaches, is there one who stands above the rest who is very good strategic?
Well, you just have to love Greg Popovich. I mean, because you've seen him adapt to the game. He was known for a half-court team when he had the Twin Towers, a slow-down pace, and he got some guards that could take it and shoot the three, and he sped the game up. And that's what you like to see, someone that uses all the rules and strategy of the game.
Yes.
And doesn't just become hardened in one way and playing. And I think his versatility just shows how great of a coach he is.
Well said.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Shots good by Waiters. Waiters got 5.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, trying to find their rhythm. It's a chess match, a constant back and forth of in-game adjustments.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And a new group in for the Heat. Johnson, he's checked in for Bosch. Williams comes in for Winslow. Richardson, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Williams passes to Johnson. And Gordon over to help. Richardson dishes to Johnson. Passes to Richardson. Williams kicks to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Gordon's running, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
The Heat trail by 6. Pass to Williams. To the paint. Here's Whiteside. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. 6 points for Hassan Whiteside.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Prigioni kicks to Nene. And stolen by Whiteside. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
Richardson kicks to Whiteside. And he drops it in from the low post. He's got 8.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Beasley kicks to Nene, and it's in there.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
No one can miss so far. Both teams are really clicking on offense.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
The Heat trail by 5. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Johnson kicks to Richardson. Johnson outside. Ball's knocked loose. Williams. That one off the back iron and out. And here is Brewer for three. And that's not going to go. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Rockets lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help Greg but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a number standpoint?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yeah, whether it's blocking out in the paint or knifing in from the perimeter, they're focused on creating second chance opportunities.
On the court for Miami here in the second, we've got Wayne Ellington. Derek Williams is out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Johnson, and it's Winslow in at the 3 slot. Now here's Bosh. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Inside, and the dunk by Winslow.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game.
Even though that wasn't their best possession, they really played smart basketball there by not turning over the ball that much.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Dragic has checked in, and keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the 10th pick in the draft can sometimes be a diamond in the rough. You remember Paul Pierce went to the Celtics many years ago with the 10th pick, and Justice Winslow fell to the Heat with the 10th pick a couple of years ago. From day one, Winslow has proven to be on the elite side of defenders in the league. Eric Spoelstra told us he plays with a veteran poise, but also with a youthful intensity, particularly on the defensive end. Kevin, he's been a great fit in Miami.
He just makes winning plays, D.A. Thank you.
Well, Kevin, how about the quick hands of Harden? They're easily coming up with the steal thanks to his activity.
There's Winslow. He's got 6. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Bring it in. Take a seat.
Their teams rebound better with them off the floor. How do you explain that?
Well, you know what, Kevin? I think rebounding is different in all situations. I don't think that there's a litmus test or a statistic to prove anything about rebounding. If you look, I'm impressed with some of the best guards in this game. Westbrook, the Rondos, and others that have been known to lead their team in rebounding. I think it comes down to one thing and one thing only, heart. I think technique is second. A lot of guys may not have learned how to box out, but the athleticism in the league is such touch that in order to get a rebound, you're going to have to earn it. And so for me, I think a lot of times as well, if you have great teammates that can box out, a lot of times they get rebounds for guys by not letting it be that much competition inside the paint. So to me, rebounding is a personal thing, whether it's a team, it's team specific, but it doesn't matter how big or tall you are. If you can box out, if you have heart, if you have a motor, if you have a will, you should be able to go get some boards. To me, it's just about how much you want it. To be a starter in this league, to play over 28 minutes, 30 minutes, and not average 10 rebounds, I think you should be ashamed of yourself.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Harden, that's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Heat trail by 14, tipped away. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Harden's got 14.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. Will it go? That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 5 assists in the game.
And you watch Chris Bosh out there, always in the right spot, be it on offense or defense. Doesn't get enough credit for how well he positions himself, always moving to open space to create an outlet or get an easy jump shot.
Now here's Dragic. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Harden. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
So for the Rockets, Beasley comes in for Anderson, and it's Pablo Prigioni in for Patrick Beverley. And a new group in for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Bosh. Johnson comes in for Winslow. Josh Richardson's checked in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Now here's Johnson. Johnson draws the double. To the inside, it's tipped. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Talking again about Bosh and his impact on the court. A lot of what he does, Greg, won't show up in the box score. He leaves his marks on the game in ways stats really can't measure.
It's a great point. And there are a lot of players in the league like that. But Bosh is certainly one of those guys. You can just see how defenses react to his presence when he's on the floor. Very vocal and acts as a leader on the defensive side as well.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Timeout called, the Heat.
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up.
Box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Raiders against Ariza. Kicks it to Capella. He feeds it to Brewer. Beyond the arc. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You have to at least get a hand up, right? In Brewer's face from outside. He has such a quick pull-up on that perimeter, Jimmy.
Here's Waiters, and Capella sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Miami with a change here, too. Williams is checked in. Here's Gordon. Rebound by the Heat. Whiteside's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And there's the call on Nene. That's his first foul. The Heat trail by 20. Johnson with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Man, there's no room for careless play like that at this point in the game. Has to be smarter than that.
The feed now to Gordon. Here's Beasley. That jam.
Wow.
I mean, just beautiful.
Sick. Undersized power forward, but his ups are tremendous. That's why he can be successful.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Brigioni, the pass to Nene. It's Beasley on the wing. Nene against Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And the precision lead pass by a highly skilled playmaker.
There's Gordon with the 3. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel.
Woo! Nice. Able to keep his composure in the game's biggest moment. That's all about confidence, folks.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Rockets ahead, just dominating this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what has to happen to pull out the win?
Well, we have to play through some of the tough times, okay, whether it's a missed call or whether missed shots. This is a passionate game, and we got to stay the course.
We'll see what happens. Thanks, Bo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 3 steals, and 3 rebounds. Coming off an outstanding game last time out, it doesn't look like he's lost any of that momentum here tonight. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And in a matter of moments, they'll be starting the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. See you, folks.
Welcome back to the Toyota Center, everyone. That's a look at our broadcast location tonight here in downtown Houston, Texas. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
That's just an amazing skill set, plus the great instincts, knows intuitively how to get himself open.
Chris, throughout your career, you spent a lot of time down low on the blocks, and we're seeing less of that now, those post-ups that were such a primary option when you played in teams' offenses. Does that concern you? Is that good or bad?
It's concerning from this point. Kids aren't being properly coached in the middle school and the high school level. Kids don't know how to play on the post. When you look back through the history of this game, whether it's been guards or big fellas, the post is not about how tall you are. The post is about how the closer you are to the basket, you usually have an advantage. And if you have game, then that pump fake game down there work and get you to the foul line. And if you are a good passer, then it draws the double team. It changes the angle that the defense has to look inside and play. It helps slow the pace down sometimes in the playoffs when the game gets tough and a little bit more physical. And we can say that everybody's changed their game, but only one team wins a year. So, I don't know if the trend is necessarily not there with big guys not in the post when I look at guys like Drummond, Blake Griffin, Dwight Howard, Horford, Jordan, Zebo, the Gasol brothers. There's still a lot of post players out there, so I don't subscribe to that opinion that is less on the post. I just subscribe to the opinion that maybe coaches don't want to coach that way because guys have post game, but we just have to see if the game will change. But small ball right now is what everybody loves.
Great perspective. Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. Ryan Anderson out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Now, here is Harden. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Harden draws the double. Anderson outside. Jacks up a three. And another three for Houston.
Just an average shooter from range. Squares up nicely on that one.
The Heat have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Waiters dishes to Winslow. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Beverly. An even 3-on-3 break. Harden against Waiters. Harden draws the double. Beverly. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And the Heat call time here.
Great job, guys. Nice work.
Out of their cells here, I think. They're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
And coach may need to revisit his play calling because it feels more like the other team is anticipating their every move.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Miami, and he makes that one. 8 points for Justice Winslow.
Good things come to those who go inside the paint.
Here's Harden, and it's blocked by Whiteside. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Rockets' head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad.
Well, thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. Here's Ellington. Nene pulls it in.
He's usually very dependable from that range, but the D got themselves in that play and got him off kilter.
And Hassan Whiteside signing a max contract to return to the Miami Heat this summer. What a dramatic change of fortune for a player, Greg, who'd bounced around early in his career.
And how about it, Kevin? I think he may be the first player in history to jump from making the NBA minimum to the NBA maximum in one season. He's going to be making 30 times more than he did last year. And who wouldn't like that kind of a pay raise?
Now, here's Ariza following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Anderson can't get it to go. To the inside. And it's Bosch, that time on the assist by Dragic. Dragic has got his 7th assist in the game.
David versus Goliath, except this time, the bigger man wins this one. And when he gets his points within the flow of the offense, that efficiency has helped them build this lead.
The Heat have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Whiteside kicks to Dragic. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Feeds it to Whiteside. Tries again. Some solid defense there by Nene.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The 3 from Harden. Again, the miss by Harden. The Heat shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots.
Talk about the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
And that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go. Listen up. We have these guys back
through them, and it's even tougher, Greg, to go over the top of them.
And Whiteside is a tree of a player. There is no other way to put it. Measures at 7 feet flat, but has enough bounce in his jump where you think he's 7'6" at the end of the game. Also, very solid core strength, guys. He is difficult to move when he plants his feet.
The Rockets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Here's Prigioni. Here's Nene, and Nene slams it in.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean talk that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And how relentless is this guy if you're the defense? He's the first one you're looking to block out there.
Drops in the layup for 2. Nene's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Williams. Tries to save it. Will not go. This is off the front iron. On the wing, Brewer. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
That's just a clumsy turnover there. Just an errant pass that should have never been attempted.
1:24 left in the third. That's tipped. Johnson the screen. Now the dish to Bosch. Shot from the wing. That doesn't go either for Bosch.
Just superb defense there. You could tell they definitely affected the release of that shot.
Brewer, good.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Williams. Left side Bosch with the floater, and he sinks the layup. Bosch has got 10 points in the game.
That's an aggressive approach to the rack, but still he calmly floated it in.
Here's Prigioni. He's guarded by Johnson. Gordon for three. The rebound by Johnson. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside Williams puts up a three, but they get it back. He goes up again. Johnson can't get it to go. Houston's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Beasley kicks to Brewer. It's hauled in by the Heat. Bosch has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Johnson. Here's Richardson. Misses the layup. Beasley. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beasley. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Rockets ahead, running away with this one. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
We're getting us out of stuff. Make hard cuts. Everything with force, okay? Come on.
And there's Eric Spoelstra asking his guys to play with a little sharper mind, with a little more intense, with more vigor.
And simply put, it's about reaching another level of intensity. When they're attacking, that's when they're at their best.
And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Johnson is out there with Wayne Ellington. Then it's Derek Williams. Then it's Reed, and it's Babbitt in at the small forward position. Here's Prigioni. He's guarded by Johnson. Brewer, the pass to Prigioni, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Johnson. He kicks it to Babbitt. Knocked away. Now here's Decker. To the inside. The pass to Brewer. Back to Beasley. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Well, he's always aggressive. As soon as he swiped it, in his mind, he was on to getting an easy bucket in transition. Oh, man, his form seems rushed today, like he's trying to get rid of the ball as soon as he gets it. That's why barely anything is going in for him.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
Well, that's just a stupendous effort by him right there. He stopped him dead in his tracks.
McDaniels, he's checked in for Corey Brewer. Now here's Johnson. And it's Houston on the break. Here's McDaniels, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Miami with the foul. And the first one at the line is good. And McDaniels drops them both. Heat shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Johnson kicks to Reed. Decker on the double team. Stolen by Decker. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Well, of course it did. The D was nowhere to be found, and because of that, he easily sprinted down the court and got an easy bucket on that.
Williams gets the bucket.
Ooh, shaky possession, but somehow he gets the shot to fall.
Here's Beasley, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. First free throw is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And some changes here for the Heat. Johnson, he's checked in for Luke Babbitt. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. And Beasley drops both of them. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Outside Dragic, and it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. They get a hand on it. Pass to Ellington. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. A nice shot by Reed.
Magnificent team play. Great timing on that bounce pass.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Johnson with the block. And it's the Heat on the break. Nobody near Williams. Another miss by Williams.
Not his forte. I don't care how open you are. He should not be taking that shot.
Decker with it.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Oh, you love it. He's just playing with the greater energy and effort. He recognizes the opening and pounces on it.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Here's Decker. That shot missing. The Heat go the other way with it. Dragic dishes to Williams. Back to Dragic. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Decker gets the bucket. Decker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Heads up, aggressive move. The smaller man on him takes him right to the rim.
Ellington from outside. Here's Williams. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And the first one drops. And the Rockets making a change here. Nene's checked in. And then for Miami, Josh McRoberts has checked in for Willie Reed. And it's Richardson in for Wayne Ellington. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Decker with it, working on Williams. Dishes to Decker. Beasley for 3. Here's Nene, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
That's just a real lack of physicality in the post there. No reason at all that they should have gotten the rebound off that miss.
Here's Dragic. That's tipped. Here's Prigioni. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's McDaniels. Good on the three-point shot.
And that's not the way for a team to get back into a game, giving up open shots like that.
Wow. Bad defense can cost you dearly. I'd be surprised if they found a way to get back in this one.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Nene.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for James Harden.
His defense. Now, that's what I'm talking about right there. Right there.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Dragic kicks to Williams. Richardson, good, great play by Williams to set it up.
How about that assist? Accurate toss inside for the high percentage look.
Pass to McDaniels. Williams comes with a double team. McDaniels dishes to Nene. Pass to Prigioni. Fires from deep. And that one is off. And Miami the other way now. Johnson, the pass to Dragic. Back to Johnson. And here's Richardson outside. It's good from long range.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Well, it's really too bad that they found themselves a little too late in this one.
Beasley kicks to Nene. And slam dunk by Nene.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
Well, look, you always want to give your all for your home crowd, and so far, they have done just that.
Here's Johnson. Beasley with the rebound. Here's McDaniels. Prigioni, that's a two-pointer. No good. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden. He took control in the first half, gave his teammates a lot of confidence, which ultimately they rode to victory here tonight.
What a huge lift he got from the crowd tonight. There's nothing those fans love more than seeing this guy get hot. And he was so hot, I got to get up right now, Ernie. My seat is hot. Oh.
He executed the game plan as a scorer. It was by design that the team was going to try to get him good shots, but it was going to be up to him to make those shots. But I don't think anyone thought he'd make them at that high level of efficiency.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.